There was a mistake yesterday. Did you spot it? Hello and welcome back to the channel. Held Dominance, Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you're seeing and if you want to see more. Coming up in this episode, we have two games from the NRL as Penrith Panthers versus New Zealand Warriors and Melbourne Storm versus Sydney battle it out for playoff places. Plus, changes afoot at Melbourne as 5 sign on for next year. So we continue our coverage of round 24 of the NRL as we give you the build-up, the results and the scorers from each of the games played on each day. Today, we begin with the Penrith Panthers versus New Zealand Warriors. Whilst the top spot of the Telstra Premiership ladder is already guaranteed for the Panthers, they will be eager to put a good performance together on Friday night ahead of being presented with the JJ Gilson and Shield as minor premiers at the Bluebet Stadium, while the Warriors are preparing to face a top 2 side for the second week in a row. Penrith made a statement in defeating the informed Rabbitohs 26 points to 22 last week and established an unassailable lead at the top of the table in the process, and will now need to find a balance over the next fortnight between keeping their powder dry for the finals and ensuring they remain in form for the arrival of the Southern Death Footy. Warriors coach Stacey Jones said as much as half of his team showed poor attitudes when the going got tough in last week's 48 points to 4 loss to the Cowboys, and he'll know they'll face a similar outcome this week if they don't improve drastically. Penrith were 40 points to 6 victors in the last time that these two sides met in round 15, and the Warriors have lost their last 5 meetings with the Panthers, dating back to 2019. So let's get on with the team news. First of all, Ivan Cleary's men. Liam Martin is a late withdrawal with an hour before kickoff, so Chris Smith comes into the starting side. Jermaine Hopgood was added to the 17 on Thursday, with Charlie Staines dropping out. 5'8" Jerome Luai returns a week ahead of schedule from a knee injury, and James Fisher-Harris is also back from suspension. Jermaine Salmon drops out of the squad, and Matt Eisenhuth moves to the bench. Scott Sorensen will miss one more game due to a calf strain. But for the Warriors, Stacey Jones has made a late change before kickoff, with hooker Wade Egan dropping out due to injury. Freddie Lussick comes onto the starting side with Taniela Otukolo going to the bench. Dunamis Luai has been promoted to start at lock, with Bunty Afoa moving to the bench. Adam Pompey comes into the centres on Thursday in place of Marcelo Montoya, who has withdrawn due to injury. Ewan Aitken will miss the game for personal injuries. Chano Harris-Tavita returns from a knee injury and takes up the 5'8" spot from Darjan Arti, while Josh Curran moves to the second row in place of Jack Murchie, who has a hip problem. Mati Matunga's forward Ben Murdoch-Masila has been named on the bench following an elbow injury that's kept him out of the side since round 14. It was the much changed New Zealand Warriors that took the lead, but ultimately lost 46 points to 12. Reece Walsh got on the end of a flowing move to score in the second minute, and he converted the try to give them the 6-0 lead, before Taylor May scored on the 19th minute after a no-look pass from Viliame Kikau, and the run-around motion got him in the corner. Brian Toto scored twice in the 28th and 36th minute before Sean O'Sullivan went over on the 39th minute just before half-time to give Penrith the 22 points to 6 lead. The Panthers came out firing in the second half, and Stephen Crichton went over on the 45th minute before Kikau got one himself on the 53rd. Alessia Katoa scored on the 58th minute for the New Zealand Warriors, with Walsh converting, before Tyler May scored on the 64th minute for the Panthers, and Isaiah Yeo was given a penalty try and due to a head contact with Reece Walsh earlier in the tackle. Stephen Crichton kicked 7 from 8, and the Panthers received the League Leaders Shield with this result. The next game featured Melbourne Storm against the Sydney Roosters, as Melbourne Storm were looking to cement their place in the top 4. But before that, early in the week, they announced 5 new signings into the squad. They have continued their 2023 preparations by extending contracts for 5 players: Dean Aramaya, Marian Seve, Grant Anderson, Jaden Nikorima, and George Jennings. Marian Seve, who has started in the number 3 jersey for the Storm in 11 games this season, has been promoted from the development list to the top 30 squad for the next 2 seasons. Seve made his NRL debut in 2019 and has now tallied 32 NRL games, scoring 9 tries, as well as gaining 2 appearances for Samoa. Joining the top 30 for a first time on a 1-year deal in 2023 will be versatile back Grant Anderson, who has played 6 NRL matches for the Storm this year. Originally from Newcastle, Anderson came to the Storm from the Sunshine Coast Falcons on a train and trial contract and enjoyed a memorable debut in round 14 when he scored 2 tries in a win against Sydney Roosters at the SCG. Wingers George Jennings, Dean Aramaya and 5'8" and halfback Jaden Nikorima have extended their contracts for another season also. Jennings made a big impression his first year in Melbourne, playing 18 games in a run to the preliminary final in 2021. He formed a great combination with fellow recruit Remy Smith, crossing for a career high of 11 tries, including 3 doubles. Now with 54 NRL games on his record, Jennings unfortunately had his 2022 campaign curtailed by a torn ACL suffered in round 1 victory against West Tigers, and has been working hard on his rehabilitation to get ready for 2023. Jeremiah, though, Sunbridge Tigers Jr., who made his way through the NRL via Storm's development pathways, has played 21 NRL games across 2 seasons and was named the club's Rookie of the Year in 2021. Whilst Nikorima ended a 6-year absence from the NRL when he made his debut for the Storm against Manly in round 16 and has enjoyed a fine season with Brisbane Tigers in the Host Plus Cup in Queensland. It looks like the Storm want to put their best foot forward by signing this quintet to deals ready for 2023, so they know where they're going to be for next season and put plans in place going forward. There has always been speculation around Cameron Munster and his commitment to the Storm, and with 1 year confirmed that he's going to stay next year, it's the future that everyone is looking for, and these 5 are all quite young still, so we'll have to see if they blossom into first teamers for the club. For the match itself, it was a time for 2 of the NRL's hottest teams to go head to head in an epic clash that pits an array of the game's superstars against one another. From Cameron Munster, Harry Grant, Jerome Hughes in the purple corner to James Tedesco, Joey Manu and Luke Keary in the red, white and blue corner, this is a Friday showdown to savour. The Storm sit 4th with tough games to come against the Roosters and the Eels, while Trent Robinson's men are 6th, equal on 28 competition points with the Rabbitohs and Broncos, but boast a far superior differential thanks to their demolition to West Tigers last time. Melbourne are another side with a monster points differential, so a win in either of the last 2 games will be enough to secure the double chances of the finals. So, who have both sides named in their teams? So for Craig Bellamy's men, a late change an hour before kick-off sees Marion Servais start in the centre, with young Tuna Maipe dropping back to the 18th man position. Chris Lewis drops out, replaced on the bench by Trent Loreiro. In his return from personal leave, Felice Kafusi has gone back to the bench, and Tui Kamikamacha will start the game. Winger Xavier Coates is good to go after suffering a head knock against Brisbane, but utility Tyron Wishart won't play until the finals due to an ankle injury. For Trent Robinson's men, the Roosters say that Drew Hutchinson will start the game in the centres, with Paul Momirovski going to the 18th man as a late switch. Experienced forward Lindsay Collins has concussion, but will return, as does Siosua Takiyaho, and they will both be on the bench for a timely boost to the Roosters ahead of the finals. Terrell May and Oliver Gilhart are the two men that make way from the starting sides. And what a game that was played in Melbourne, as the Roosters came out 18 points to 14 victors and sees them climb up the table. It was Daniel Tupou who got the first try of the game after Sam Walker scored a penalty on the 3rd minute. Joseph Manu scored on the 18th minute to extend the lead, with Sam Walker converting both of those tries. 14 points to nil lead saw the Storm come back just before half-time, with Xavier Coates and Nick Meaney converting. But this was after Jared Wahera-Hargreaves was sent to the sin bin for holding down in the tackle, slowing down the Roosters' attack. After the second half, we see Joseph Suwali go over on the 57th minute for the only try of Sydney's second half. But Nick Meaney scored on the 65th minute, and he converted to make the game closer as it came to the closing stages. But the Roosters held on and down the Storm 18 points to 14. And that's it for another episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe and share this video worldwide, as well as clicking the notification bell for any updates on new videos that may be coming your way. Tell me what your thoughts are of today's episode. The Storm are making changes for 2023. Is that in reaction to making sure that Munster can stay with them longer than that? Or for Craig Bellamy to say, yes, we're giving you all that you like. Please keep coaching us. Now, what about the results? Is that a dent in the Storm's top 4 aspirations, with the Roosters coming on strong as the season ends? Only time will tell. But the Panthers put the New Zealand Warriors to the sword so that they can keep momentum going into the finals. Who's going to win the finals? Tell me in the comment section below. It's open for business. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to share this video worldwide. And in the meantime, please stay safe. I wish you all the best. And so please, take care. And I'll see you in the next episode.